It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, June 14th, 2018. It is 7 a.m. And welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis and Jerry Hogan.
Another beautiful morning.
It's not rainy this morning.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance later this afternoon, but this morning is beautiful.
It's nice.
Yes.
A little dewy out there, but we'll take
a little dewy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What, didn't he defeat Truman?
I wasn't born yet, I don't think.
You awake, Jerry? Did the coyote catch the roadrunner?
I'm just not visiting 1956.
He went from singing country the other morning.
Boy.
Now he was singing Guns N' Roses when he got here.
Yeah, good stuff.
And his Guns N' Roses is still as off-key as his country.
Oh, I don't know about that. Who can sing that stuff?
Oh. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Down on the Corner. Hope your morning's off to a great start.
Mine is.
What are you drinking over there? Water.
I got my water.
So how's the coffee?
Very good. Very good.
There's no strong coffee, just weak men. Is
That's
that right?
exactly right.
Brewed Awakening Coffee.
I'm a weak man then. That's some strong coffee.
Weak man.
If you need a little extra paint for the tractor, there you go. Brewed Awakening Coffee, 3 locations to serve you. Balmer Boulevard, BRMC Lobby, and 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, just drinking muddy water, right?
And it doubles as a stain for your furniture. You have those light spots
No, I
that
forgot
need
about
touched
that.
up.
Helps you grow hair even where you don't want
I
it.
had to glue the bottom of the cup back in. It keeps falling out.
Uh-huh.
Be sure to check out everything else they have at Brewed Awakening. I got to go get some cinnamon rolls. By golly, we need to have cinnamon rolls.
All right.
I got to go out
we
there
need
today.
to just start making a list of the things he's going to get. Cinnamon rolls.
Well, now we're going to get
that cart
from
Greg Farm Services.
Just edit that out, Scott.
Yeah, we'll just take that out.
Cinnamon rolls.
It's just a repeat day after day after day. Be sure to visit Brewed Awakening Coffee. Choose a location and you will enjoy all the great things they have there, especially the coffee. Mike and his gang do a great job, right?
Or feel free to come by here. You can sit
Yeah.
down and watch the show. We usually have plenty of coffee.
Bring your razor, have 2 cups. You got to shave your nose about 9 o'clock. It gets a little.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Nose and knuckles.
Bring you a fan. It'd probably have you sweating here for long.
We had, what was the girl from Jennifer from library says, "Whew, I'm sweating."
Yeah, that coffee about burned her up.
She wasn't the only one.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day. Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, with all our respect. And Brad was here, a week ago. I was still very impressed with the professionalism
Yes.
that he exemplified here. You know, and that's a fine example for Roller across the state of Arkansas. When the need arises, Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, our greatest resources are children. They are our future. The manner in which we raise and teach our children can affect future generations. And so I'm grateful for all the sports programs available for our kids, and then the churches with youth groups that meet weekly, teaching the gospel of Christ. And one of my favorite memories is the vacation Bible schools we've had many years ago. Lord, bless the work of the many volunteers that make VBS a success each year. Bless and protect our children, keep them safe, and give our fathers and mothers wisdom in raising their children. And that's my prayer today. Amen.
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 Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now what you've been waiting for.
Da-da-da-da! The weather. Greg's Farm Services brings you the weather each and every day. Greg's Farm Services on the farm, around the home, in the community. Greg's Farm Services in Mountain Home and Midway. And let's see what they've got going on today. A big help wanted sign. I was going to Nashville about a month ago. And the help wanted. We need help. Now hiring. Blah, blah, blah. 18, 19, between here and West Plains, Poplar Bluff. All across Arkansas, Missouri. We need help, so here you go. A help wanted customer service sales position at the feed store. Requirements include friendly, sincere demeanor, standard keyboarding skills, ability to perform basic math in your head.
I saw one of those help wanted signs on the Mexican Cardinals main entrance, too.
That was the pitcher's area.
Is that it?
We need pitch. We could beat my last place team again last night. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. If you can throw a baseball, get to St. Louis. We need all the help we can get. Ability for basic math skills in your head. Yeah, the pitchers for St. Louis is real good. 1 ball, 2 ball, 3 balls, 4 balls. He's on base. That's easy math. They can count to 4. It's how do you get beat by San Diego? Come on.
Just ask the Cardinals.
I guess they had more Mexicans. I don't know. San Diego probably did.
Anyway, be sure to check out Greg's Wildlife Expo coming to the Mexico Fairgrounds on August 11th from 9 to 3. They'll have Johnny Morris's Wonders of Wildlife National Museum and Aquarium. Excuse me. Archery competition, BB gun range, all kinds of fun things at Greg's Wildlife Expo. Takes place on August 11th. That's less than 2 months from now.
And next month it'll be less than 1 month from now.
Boy, nothing
Boy,
gets
you
past
could get
Jerry.
a job at Greg because you can do the math.
He can pitch for the Cardinals.
Probably.
Check out all the gifts for dads. Be sure to tell them if it's a gift for dads for your dad for Father's Day, take 10% off. There's that garden cart they keep talking about that I need to go buy. FlexRack garden hose 50 foot for $19.99. All kinds of great things at Greg's Farm Services. They bring you the morning weather.
Is your son watching this show?
I don't know why.
If he's watching the show, he needs that garden cart that's at Greg Farm Services, so we'd stop hearing about it. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Little foot. Sheila's over here laughing. We get Sheila laughing. We'll never get through this. 69 degrees in Mountain Home, 67 in Harrison, 70 at Hardy, 68 at Mountain View, 69 at Yellville, 68 at Marshall. Wow, we're in the 60s in northern Arkansas, 69 at Calico Rock. Head north to St. Louis, it's 73 there, 71 at Poplar Bluff, 72 in Branson, 72 at West Plains. And in North Dakota, where another son lives, it's 50 degrees at Watford City. That's a nice, cool morning, isn't it?
Well, there you go. 50.
50, F-I-F-T-Y, Jerry.
50.
Not F-I-D-V-Y.
Oh, that's 50. You need to get with the times, man.
He's got 2 answers. It's either 50 or hour.
Bonar.
Yeah.
Radar showing some shower activity in North Texas, west central Oklahoma, goes into Kansas, Nebraska. Then some showers start off in Mississippi, and last night I looked at the radar, and Arkansas was just as dry as a humpless camel in the sunset. And then you go into Memphis to Nashville on I-40 was just, in fact, I sent my son to Texas, says, got a boat, and he said, my goodness. If you drew a line from Memphis to Nashville, everything up into Tennessee and Kentucky was just green and yellow with the rain. See the shower activity in northern Mississippi. I'm going to hit that Memphis stop right there, see what's going on east of Mississippi.
A humpless camel, what?
A humpless camel in the sunset.
What in the world, man?
Jerry.
You lost everybody when you said that.
As dry as a humpless camel in the sunset?
They
store water in the hump.
Okay.
So if you're as dry as a humpless camel in the sunset, you're pretty dry.
All right, then.
Alrighty, then. Moving on to the weather.
Okay.
Animal Science 101.
Poor camel. Is his back flat? So if
Yeah,
you see
we
a
wanna
flat
know-
back,
Yeah, I mean, does her back flatten without the moisture? Is that what you're saying?
there is no hump there. It just,
I reckon they said that's where they store the water. So if you got a
I don't
humpless
get
camel
it.
in the
Have you
sunset,
ever seen a camel without a hump?
I guess that's what them llamas are. I thought were llamas. They were actually humpless camels or something. I don't know.
you know how hard it is to get through the weather with you two guys rattling
Well,
on.
don't be
I-40 at
at
Jackson. All the way up to the Kentucky line in Tennessee. That's where the closest rain shower is right now on I-40 between Jackson and Nashville. In Arkansas, nothing showing up. Looks like all the highways are clear. 62 412 east-west. 65 north-south Branson. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 in Arkansas. A little bit showing up at Jonesboro, but I think that's too light to hit the ground. Right?
Yeah, those camels are humpless there.
I-44, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, Raleigh in good shape. I-70, Kansas City, Columbia on into St. Louis. Looks like it's in good shape. We'll hit the St. Louis stop real quick. Whoop.
That's not it.
That's not it. Let's try again. There we go. Well, that's South St. Louis. We picked it up on Paducah. I-70 going east towards Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois. I-64 towards Mount Vernon, Illinois in good shape. You see I-57, I-24 coming in from Paducah on up into Illinois and Missouri. So looks like most of the shower activity in Tennessee right now. Right?
Yep. They got humps in Tennessee. On hump day.
I will be hearing this all day long about the humpless camel.
They got humpy camels on hump day in Tennessee.
What do you got for community calendar?
Not much.
Well, hold on.
I know, I'm loading it in now. I'm trying to bring it up.
Oh,
The sponsor?
the forecast?
Oh, hot, humid. We had it yesterday.
I thought we had a cool wave today.
The cool wave, didn't you feel it yesterday?
Yeah,
It came through about 4 o'clock and it was over by about 5.
All right.
There you go.
Well,
It's going to be...
Apparently, we're going to move on to community calendar. Sorry, people, for no forecast today.
Okay, I'll give you a quick forecast. Hot and muggy.
Water your camels.
Make sure your camel has plenty of water.
Will lose their hump.
Okay, today, high of 89, high of 90 tomorrow, 92 on Friday, 92 on Saturday.
So much for the cool wave.
Told
All
you.
right, there you go. Why would you have read that?
Affordable Housing in Harrison brings you the community calendar today. If you're not happy with your current residential situation, there can be an alternative. Affordable Housing has available and affordable homes for rent in your area. Call 870-741-2882. Jerry?
Okay. This community calendar, well, he just did it. Here we go. June 15th, Friday, 12 p.m. at the Elks Lodge. Got the Twin Lakes Retired Police Scholarship Association. So that's going to be a good deal.
Yeah.
This community calendar is going to be very short, people. So.
Well, yeah.
And I don't even find this on the internet. I found this at Taco Tuesday.
You're not going to bring up more bead tying in Indonesia, are you?
No, that's on the internet.
Or is that in Istanbul, Turkey?
No, it's in Jakarta, Indonesia. The bead tying event is going on this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Well, if you want to know how to tie beads, it is.
They have camels out there?
Yes, they got the camels in Indonesia.
Just curious.
June 15th, Relay for Life at Bomber Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
And that's 6 to 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I just read that on a flyer at Taco Tuesday. So,
Good thing we had those tacos, huh?
oh, man.
So
$10 you can feed.
So much for the diet.
Yeah.
I'll tell your
diet
doctor.
suffered. But if you put enough hot sauce on it, it'll eat through anything. Calories included.
You've got that affordable housing thing on that screen where I can't hardly see the clock. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I do that just to mess you up.
I figured that.
Yeah, it is what it
7:13,
is.
we need to take a break. Mark, Kapshandy, Sheila, Wingard is here. We're going to be right back. Right back.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
You already know that Ferris mowers are the only mowers on the market with a patented spring suspension system, saving you time in the seat, less back stress, and a professional even cut every time. You already know that Mower Warehouse is the only area dealership that will accept your mower trade-in. But did you know that a truckload of discounted 2017 models just arrived at Mower Warehouse, allowing you the pleasure of saving hundreds of dollars on your next mower purchase of a new Ferris or Simplicity zero-turn machine? Come check out the parking lot sale at Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
With a large show. It is 7:16, almost 7:17. You know, I've got just for Jerry, I've got to do this. Can you cue this up here, Scooter? This kind of goes along with what we're going to be talking about here in a little bit here. We got to skip this ad. You got some audio on it?
I don't.
1985, this is Ozzie Smith against the Dodgers. And the call was, "Go crazy, folks." Okay, Jack Buck had the call. Of course, Whitey Herzog's the manager. Boom, we beat the Dodgers. That was like 5:15 in the afternoon. Remember that? One of Ozzie Smith's rare home runs. And so Whitey Herzog's coming to the Twin Lakes area.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is, and we're excited about it, Dale.
Let me see the little...
Whitey Herzog has been fishing in this area for several years, and recently the North Arkansas Youth Center was a recipient of a generous gift from him and his wife, and in his honor we're gonna have a banquet and a gathering over at Twin Lakes Hope Center on June the 23rd, and we hope everybody can come out for that. And I have Sheila helping with the planning on that. She's doing a great job with that. She does the decorations and the photography.
Yeah.
And a lot of other stuff too.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great
I've
event.
read Jack Buck's book, That's a Winner.
Yes.
And he talks about Whitey Herzog and Guzzy Bush. Of course, Guzzy Bush, the guy that makes all the Budweiser and Bush beer and Michelob, all that stuff up there. So to Whitey Herzog, he can match Guzzy Bush cuss word for cuss word and beer for beer.
Well, Dale, I'm kind of like you. I grew up a Cardinal fan, and I can remember that 1982 World Series like it was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you know, Whitey's a special guy in my mind, in my heart, and we hope to share him a little bit with this community. And what a lot of people don't know is he's a very generous guy, but he also has a youth foundation that he...
Oh, I didn't know about the foundation.
Yeah, the Whitey Herzog Youth Foundation.
Really?
And so this kind of ties in with his generosity down here. In addition to that, several years ago he was here and helped raise some money for the lights at the baseball field down at the park at Cotter.
Good.
Down the river. And so he's been here before and helped out the community, and well, he's coming back, and so we're excited for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
You're going, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
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 Sheila, do you want to talk about tickets?
Tickets are $25. We have 250. Well, we had a total of 250 tickets, right? 250.
Right.
And when we need to, the deadline is the 19th.
The 19th.
Because after that, we have to know how many are coming. We have to know how much food, because we're going to, it's, we're having a dinner. And so the caterer has to know how many people are coming. There will not be any tickets available at the door.
Right.
We just can't do that.
Advance purchase only.
Right. We had tables for sale, but they're all gone. So now if you're wanting a ticket, you probably need to get a hold of any one of us that are involved, or the board, which is what Mark is on. So
yeah, I'd like to give a phone number in case anybody listening would like to call and order tickets. You can call me at 870-405-1330. And right now, that's how we're selling the tickets, is through our board members. So we don't have any ticket outlets around because we're very limited on our seating.
Can you go into detail more about what's going to happen with what Whitey has done? Have you had that board meeting yet?
Right now, I don't think I can do that.
Okay.
But
I knew
eventually,
back when we first talked, it was just
eventually
kinda
I will.
confidential, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather not, because there's a time frame involved.
Yeah.
And so until that happens, we'll. But it was quite a generous gift, and we're very appreciative of that. But we've got some plans for Cotter and for that area. Incidentally, some of the viewers may not know about the youth center. Bottom line is, the youth center at Cotter is the old Cotter gym from years back. It was built in the 30s by the Public Works Commission back just after the Depression. That group built several buildings in that era, and the school was built as well, but the school had burnt down in the 70s. They managed to save the gym, and after the fire, the gym sat vacant for years, and it was pretty dilapidated. I think so, mid-70s, yeah. And it sat there until the early 90s, and it was in bad shape. And a group of local businessmen, Danny Ponder, Marshall Berg, several others involved. Peter Pipes was involved. Yeah. They got together and raised quite a bit of money and went to work on it. They basically remodeled the whole thing to the way it is today, and it gets used every day in the wintertime during school hours, from 3 to 6 in the afternoon. The school bus at Cotter drops the kids off, and then we have somebody that operates the facility there. David Huddleston is our director, and he's been there several years and does a good job with the kids. And in and around that, the cities of Cotter and Gassville support us financially, and it takes quite a bit to operate. We are a nonprofit, and so any donations are tax deductible.
There you go. That
have
helps.
to throw that out there. But there's a lot of generous folks around the area, Cotter, Mountain Home, even Yellville, that help with donations to keep us going and that sort of thing. So.
And you think about what happened to Gassville. When was that? 2009 when the tornado came through?
Yes.
8 or 9, something like that. Almost 10 years ago. The devastation through there. And of course, after 10 years, everything's been rebuilt, repaired, or whatever. But go downtown Cotter. Gassville, Cotter, 2 fine little towns. It's really, really nice. And I really enjoy going, when I go down to Cotter, I go down to Big Spring or down to the Spring and cut through,
Right.
And just down by the park in Gassville and down the long hill and under the railroad trail. It's peaceful. I really enjoy going through Cotter and going through Gassville. 2 fine towns. They really are.
And Cotter is making a comeback.
Yes,
I mean, people are buying those houses. They're restoring them. They're restoring some of the buildings. You ask why I'm involved. Well, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you. I actually live in Cotter now, up on the bluff, and the bridge just, to me, is just a fascinating thing. People come all over to take pictures of the bridge, and I really think Cotter is.
Nice town.
It is.
Yeah.
It's quiet.
Yep.
And it's just it's a really neat place to go and visit down by the the swing.
And you've got the nice, of course you look off over the valley, and so suffer.
But I'm not on the river anymore. I don't have to see that water coming up.
That got a little scary at times, didn't it?
Well, I did flood.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. But I choose to live there, and that's one of the hazards. But it only happened one time.
But it's nice and quiet where you're at.
Yeah, it is.
You go out there in that back deck and just,
Yeah, it is. And I have a golf cart, a little red golf cart, gas powered golf cart that I drive around, and I actually take it down to the
Really?
Oh yeah, it's safe, it's nice, it's quiet.
Yep.
And but the youth center, that's a fascinating building as well.
And much needed.
Yes, it is.
The program is much needed.
Well, we have to have something in that area for the students in that area. They can't be bused all the way into Mountain Home.
Yeah.
And so it's nice that we have a facility like that for the area kids that are around there. So
it's a very unique building, and it gets used quite a bit. Not just for the youth after school. We do birthday parties, we do other events, we have fundraisers there, we have a projector, and we'll do like a movie night for the kids, which is always a hit. And there's all types of different events that can happen in there, and that do. Different other groups will come in and hold like a little conference or basketball camps, and tournaments and things like that. So it gets used quite a bit.
Time to take a break yet? Sure. Okay, come up 7:20. Don't you love our structure? Flip a coin. These cookies are so tempting. We got to have a break. I got to eat a cookie. Be right back. Room of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
Hi, I'm Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup. If anybody needs trash service in the area, please give us a call. Arch Trash Service is veteran owned, and I've been in the local area resident for over 20 years. I'll provide a better service than the other guys, and even provide front door service trash pickup for those that aren't able to take their trash to the curb. We'll also pick up almost anything and even provide free recycling. I am Ricky with Arch Trash Pickup, and please give me a call for all your trash service needs.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the Mountain Home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Why would I recommend?
It's 7:30, visiting with Sheila, Wingard, Mark Kapshandy, and Whitey Herzog's coming to the Twin Lakes area. Going to be a nice dinner on the 23rd.
Yes, he is, and we're excited about it. And we, during the event, we are going to auction off a painting that our friend Dwayne Hayda has painted recently. And the painting is a one-of-a-kind. It will be signed by Whitey, and we hope to have a lot of interested folks at that meeting. I think Jerry's getting a shot of the picture there.
Yep.
And it is framed. I mean, it'll come, you know,
Just
it's
like
being
that.
auctioned
Yeah.
off just like that. So it's a great picture.
The old white
Yeah, it's
rat.
truly a one-of-a-kind original that will be signed.
So when you think of Whitey Herzog, do you think of the 1982 World Series season?
Quite a bit, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was quite the presence during that time. And I think about Whitey Ball,
Yeah.
the style of baseball that he played and managed, and it was like no other team because they weren't powerful,
No.
but they were fast,
No.
and he knew how to run a team that way and win ball games.
It was fun.
Yeah,
You remember when Glenn Brummer stole home?
I do. I
Yeah.
was watching that day. I didn't miss many games.
For me, it's all on radio, you know, and I remember Brummer stealing home, you know. And the funny thing is, who were they playing? Was it Pittsburgh or Philadelphia
don't
or
remember
LA or
that.
something? Anyway, yeah, they had a press conference with the umpire after the game. Says, "How come you didn't call the ball a strike?" He says, "Because it wasn't a strike." It's that far outside, you know.
You know, it's funny because Whitey is so colorful when you talk to him. I had the pleasure of having breakfast with him when he was here during that time. And anytime he would make a point, he would just reach out and touch everybody next to him. And he's so colorful. He's just so full of stories, too. And all you got to do is ask him a question, and he'll tell a story about whatever you ask him.
Can you imagine?
It's really good.
Can you imagine having Willie McGee, Ozzie Smith, Kenny Oberkfell, Keith Hernandez?
Yeah.
Who was the catcher that year? He's passed away.
Darryl Porter.
Darryl Porter. Who was in the outfield? We had Willie in the outfield. Let's see. Was Tito?
Put me on the spot. There were so many.
Yeah.
But I do remember, you know, that group, and it was so much fun back then. Of course, if you're a Cardinal fan, it was fun.
Hear that, Jerry? It was fun being a Cardinal fan. Hear that, Jerry? He's a Texas Rangers fan.
Oh.
Ooh. We still have a few sore spots over 2011. Yeah, St. Louis's strike zone was this big. Texas was, you know, they hear it every day.
I got to get the wide angle, just get his face in there.
When you have a stadium that close to Anheuser-Busch, is it any question why the umpires couldn't see?
That's a good point. What's the downside to your argument here?
So how do you figure that home run that went out in the bottom of the 11th in Game 6?
I've explained this 100 times. When our strike zone's 6 feet wide and they're calling that, you have to swing it. I mean, you got to step over the home plate to swing, or he'll call a strike.
So that was a fun series, but 82,
No, it
because
wasn't.
1982 we had gone since we went 1967. We won against Boston. We lost to Detroit in 68, and then 82 was the first time back in the series since 68.
Right, and then again in 85 and 87.
So we
wasn't
lost
it?
to Kansas City in 85 and lost to Minneapolis, Minnesota in 87.
Right.
I remember that last game in 85. Joaquin Andujar, man, he fell apart. It was like 11-1 in the third. Oh, this one's over. Wait for next season, you know.
Right. When you get to that point, though, in any game, you know, it's a whole new game.
Yeah.
And the nerves, they get to you.
But, you know, the Cardinals go back, you know, they're one of the, I think they were established in 1892.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Cardinals, you've got the Chicago Cubs, they're an old team. You've got, how's Cincinnati, the Reds? They've been around a while. You got Philadelphia, You get up into New York, of course, the New York Yankees. I mean, I think the Yankees were probably floating on the ark. I mean, they've been around forever. Yeah. Boston, yeah, Boston Red Sox, yeah, and then Chicago White Sox. There's some old teams.
Yeah.
Let's see, St. Louis was for the longest time, they were the farthest team west of the Mississippi. For the longest time, because Dodgers were still in Brooklyn. And let's see.
I think it's safe to say that St. Louis has the most fans. There's a lot of fans with St. Louis.
Well, they've got over 110 radio stations on the network. They have actually got a Cardinals broadcast north of Chicago in Illinois. If you pull up the map, the Cardinal Radio Network is they've actually got a station north of Wrigley Field that broadcasts St. Louis Cardinal games into Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, usually when you see the Cardinals and Cubs play, you have probably the same amount of red and blue on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
No matter where they play.
You've been at Busch Stadium for a Cubs game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you better be careful in the stands, too, because those Cubs fans, sometimes they get a little irate.
Especially when they lose.
No offense to you Cub fans out there.
So what else we need to talk about Whitey coming? We got tickets. Tickets are what, $25 per person?
Per person.
I want to say a little bit about the caterers. If you know the Dinner Bell restaurant, recently they've closed, but Judy and Bill Nazarenko will be doing the catering for that evening, and they do a great job with their food, and it's home cooking is what it is, and it'll be really good. Hopefully we get rid of all the food that day, but it's going to be a good time. We're going to have probably 20 to 30 kids, youth center kids, helping serve.
Oh, there you go.
And lots of kids involved with that.
So let's get into the framework of the two small towns, Gassville, Connor. I'm helping a little church called West Ridge.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Well, just before you turn left to go downtown Cotter, down by it's right there, just before Denton Ferry Road, on the right.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I think Joey Pegler's got a sign.
Yes,
That property's for sale. I think Joey's got it listed right now.
Yes.
But when you're in Mountain Home, you're used to Mountain Home stuff. 6 miles east of here, it's a different world. There's different needs. There's different interests.
Right.
And so, my church, First Baptist, is reaching out to help West Ridge. And it's not a takeover. It's what can we do to help? What can we do to reach more people? What can we do to help you? It's like taking them under our wing. We can help here and there. Well, me and sound, I had a spare mixing console, so we put it in out there and helping them out a little bit. I've made the commitment for the summer. But what can we do, with the young people? I mean, I know I'm kind of trying to say, I know there's some issues within the schools that I can't be very free to talk about, but the more we reach out to the kids and help them develop and help them understand proper behavior, respect for elders.
That's always a good thing to talk about and to focus on. But and one of the things that along the lines of West Ridge, they actually use our facility down there on Wednesday night for their youth group.
Good.
Right. And every Wednesday night they're in there from 6 to 8 or something like that. So a good bunch of folks over there.
Yeah.
Ben Field is the director of that, and they always clean up after themselves and do a great job. So, but we're happy to help them and any group as far as that goes. The youth center doesn't get used enough, in my opinion. I would love to see it busy more often than that, and I think some of it is because we need to do a better job of creating awareness that it's there. It's great for banquets, reunions, all types of different things besides sports. And as a matter of fact, during Labor Day of every year, they have an alumni reunion from all the people who graduated at Cotter, all the way back the 30s and the 40s.
Really?
They gather at that building on Labor Day, and Roger Smith and Debbie Smith and Fran Smith are very instrumental in helping get that together. And every year they invite all the people, and it's always a good event. And we help sponsor it too. And you know, and open the facility up for them, and you know, it's a fun event.
Sheila, you were saying that, you know, these small towns are kind of getting another jump start. It's good to see.
It is, and you know, at one time, history, according to history and according what I've been told, Cotter was the booming town.
It was.
That was
the river and the railroad.
Right, and but I don't know exactly what happened, and then Mountain Home became. But at one time, Cotter was
the hub.
Yeah. And I don't think the
you
bypass
think it's the decline of railroad commerce?
I do.
Yes.
I do. Mm-hmm. You know, and we got the bypass. You know, you used to have to, if you went to Harrison,
downtown.
You went right downtown, and but people are appreciating the small town feel once again.
Yep.
You know, Mountain Home grew, but then people, even though Mountain Home is not considered big by any means compared to like St. Louis or, you know, people want the small town feel. And I know we have a lot of, you know, Cotter is well known for the fishing, the trout fishing, and a lot of fishermen come from all over
the world, really.
Exactly. Literally. You know, we have the canoe races once a year. We have several tournaments. We have the veterans, you know, where they take the veterans fishing.
Really? I didn't know about that one.
Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I think people appreciate the small town. So, you know, we've had people come in from out of town, buy a house, fix it up, and that's their weekend home. You know, so I think Joey has bought a hotel, one of the old buildings that used to be the hotel, and he's turning that into, you know, where you can go and rent it for the weekend. And a lot of people are doing that. But a lot of people are just buying the houses and fixing them up and living
in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it's still, you just have that, you know, we have 2 restaurants down there. We have the post office. We have a grocery store in Gassville. You know, so we're making a comeback.
I just wonder, I don't know if y'all know what's going on over more in Marion County. Tyson's putting in a feed mill out there between Yeovil and Payette. You know where the 3-lane is there before. Right there where the railroad goes over the highway and over the creek. There's a railroad spur being put in there too.
Right.
Now with that railroad spur, if I understand correctly, there'll be a rail to load and a rail to bring the loaded cars out. So I think it's going to be a double rail. So that means more railroad traffic. Is that going to be a boom for the Cotter area because of...
Well, I think just having the plant there will help.
With jobs.
With jobs. Plus you've got more, I think you're going to see more rail traffic. Now, I don't know if it's going to affect Cotter because it's going to be Tyson related, which goes farther west towards northwest Arkansas.
I'm not sure if it'll bring more trains. It'll bring more business for the local trains that already go up and down through there.
Really?
Right, but as far as more rail traffic and all of that, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
It will be more busy, and they'll have cars in and out of there probably every day.
But you know, that rail yard, that's huge down there. You know, they've got a lot of, they got 5 or 6 side rails in that yard down there.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but you know, when you're going down to the river, they have the little park.
Oh yeah.
That's
Don't you love
dedicated
that?
to the.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done weddings down there in that little, you know, that little pavilion.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a well known but well hidden secret. I mean, it's, you know, it's Cotter has rich history, and I think, you know, if anything, you know, and then of course we're having that big Casey's being built in Gassville.
Yeah.
Yes. So, you know, it's coming back. That area is coming back. And
when was the city of Cotter established? Does it go back into the late 1800s? Is it?
It would almost have to, because you know the bridge was built in 1930.
Yeah, somewhere in that era.
1930. So.
Well, it was the steam engine days.
It was the steam engine days.
It had to be in the 1800s, late 1800s, I would think.
You see, I've seen the same thing with my dad's hometown of Neelyville, Missouri. It's just right on the Arkansas-Missouri line, about 1 or 2 miles north of the Arkansas line. And he says on a Friday night, in the late 30s, early 40s, before World War II broke out, he says, you couldn't get through town. I mean, you could put all of Neelyville, Missouri right here on Commerce Drive now. I mean, that's how big it is, maybe 300 people. But he says downtown on Friday night with the trains coming in and out, you'd had Little Rock traffic on the train, St. Louis traffic on the train, you know.
Yeah.
The trains caused quite the excitement too, I think.
Yeah.
And, interest for that.
Days gone by.
Well, and down at the park again, they've got an old railroad car there that you can
The
go.
old caboose.
Yeah, and take pictures.
Yep.
I think I may have ridden on that caboose.
Really?
Yeah, I worked on the railroad when I first moved to town back in the 80s.
Wow.
So for about 10 years I worked on this line up and down through here.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, it was.
See, my grandfather was a railroad guy. My grandfather, when we lived in Illinois and he worked in St. Louis, he's on Terminal Railroad. And in those days, he'd call, before I started going to school, he'd call Mom and says, got to go to St. Louis, pick up the paycheck. Dale want to ride along. So he'd pick me up and we'd go to St. Louis. Well, we'd go to the rail yard in St. Louis, and I hope none of the railroad bosses watched, but he said, I'd be jumping over all the little railroad tracks there, and he'd find one of his buddies. Which way are you going? So I'm going east, got to go over in Illinois. He said, well, give my grandson a ride. I'll meet you over at 25th at Missouri Avenue or something like that, or in East St. Louis. So I get on the engine right across Mississippi River and be waiting. Grandpa will be waiting in the car and get off the train. And
I've been across that river on the train.
Yeah.
Up there in St. Louis. Yeah.
Yep.
I started work up there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now Metrolink takes that old Illinois Central line, I think. Isn't it the old IC lines on
think
Metrolink?
So. Yeah.
Going there through
I think that's right.
French Village area. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, 7:46, almost 7:47. Got to Gavin too much. Need to play a few commercials here. Be right back.
Why would I recommend Hospice the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Do you ever feel like your butt's dragging and you could really use a lift? Ozark Diesel Off-Road. Ozark Diesel Off-Road has been installing lifts for over 25 years. They specialize in all your off-road vehicle needs, from general repairs such as engine diagnostics, clutch and brake repair, to custom fabrication like axle gears and lockers, leveling and suspension kits, and everything in between. So if your vehicle could really use a lift, head to Ozark Diesel Off-Road, located at 5051 Highway 62 East, or give them a call at 870-425-LIFT. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Nemus Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Nemus Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza. $7.49. Mark Kapshandy, Sheila Wingard's here talking about Whitey Herzog, former St. Louis Cardinal manager, the White Rat.
That's right, and once again, we hope the community will come out and join us on June the 23rd. We're going to have an event at Twin Lakes Baptist Church, the Hope Center, honoring Whitey and Mary Lou, his wife, for their generous donation to the youth center. And tickets are $25. And you have to get them in advance. If they want tickets, they can call 870-405-1330, and we'll make sure they get a ticket. But we are limited. We've got about 150 tickets left, So. And
just sitting there thinking, you remember when Jack Buck and Whitey Herzog did the Budweiser commercials in the boat? They filmed them over at one lake over in Illinois. Remember those? They were hilarious.
Vaguely.
Those were hilarious commercials.
You know, I think Whitey does some commercials in retirement now.
Oh, he's got a hearing aid commercial out of Springfield that runs on Channel 3. Yeah. You see him and his wife
Oh,
on.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He's very active.
Yeah. How old is Whitey?
He's a fun guy. He's in his 80s. I don't know exactly how old.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's up there.
But when he took over St. Louis, I think he came in 1980. I don't know if it was for the 80 season or after the 80 season.
Right.
He may have taken it over in the 81, but he became the general manager and the field manager because when he first came, he put, of all things, Red Shandy's back on the field. And Red just passed away last week, you know, at age 95. But Red Shandy's, he named Red as the manager, I think, for the duration of that 80 season, part of the 81 season. Then he became field manager too. But
I think he was there between the year 1980 and 1990.
Yeah.
At St. Louis, I believe that's right.
Yeah. And then 90's when it fell apart. And that's when, you know, I mean, 1990, I was telling Jared the other day, I said, in 1990, we started in last place. Well, other than the first game, you're either 1-0 or 0-1, you know, and I think we were 0-1, and 90 was a disaster for St. Louis. It was last place the whole year. And so Whitey just said, had enough, and walked away. That was a bad
Well, I know that he's quite busy in retirement. And like I said before, he has the Youth Foundation, the Whitey Herzog Youth Foundation. And, you know, that's known quite a bit up in that area, in the St. Louis area. He lives right around the St. Louis area. But, you know, he is a friend of the Ozarks. He's a friend of Cotter and Mountain Home. And our friend Gary Flippin really was the one that took him fishing down here years ago. And that relationship is strong between Whitey and Gary. And so Gary was, he's on our board also, which really is responsible for helping us to meet Whitey Herzog and made that connection.
Would you like to just, I know you have sat down with Whitey and just, you know, to hear those stories, because he came in from Kansas City to St. Louis. So he went American League to National League.
It's a lot of fun to just talk with him because he's such a big person anyway. I mean, he's got big persona, you know, and when you ask him a question, he usually takes off into a story. And, you know, I would ask him about Jack Buck or about one of the players, and he's got a story for all of them.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Yeah. Nothing better than a good baseball story.
That's right.
Well, and you know what? Nothing better than a good baseball game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you've never been to one, you just need to go to experience it.
I haven't been yet this year. I was up there on September 29th. Went to a night game on Friday night, late September. Oh, we got lucky, though. Greg picked me up here, my son in Fayetteville. He says, I got a spare ticket. Come on, let's go to St. Louis. So we left here about noon on a Friday. And I put on Facebook that I was going to the game. Well, you know, I grew up in Southern Illinois over around Fairview Heights, Belleville area. And Steve Ogle, a childhood friend, says, hey, you going to Q in the Lou? And I said, I haven't listened to KMOX in a while. What's Q in the Lou? He said, barbecue in St. Louis. They had every barbecue person you could think of in Missouri on Market Street that night. They had shut down Market Street downtown for $35, all you could eat.
Wow. Did you do that?
Oh, yeah. So it was a promotion.
How could you not do that, right?
So as soon as we got to Busch, you know, we handed the tickets. That was the combination of the St. Louis Blues, St. Louis Cardinal jersey. Stamped our hand, went up to Market Street, 8 and 8 and 8 and 8.
It's always a fun time up there, especially if you go to a game and you take in maybe a couple games. And it's a lot of fun. And that new stadium is really
nice. It's nice.
Yeah,
it is
beautiful.
really nice.
Yeah. Of course, I actually sat at Sportsman's Park and I watched Stan Musial play baseball in 1963.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad said, I want you to be able to tell people you saw Stan Musial play ball. And we're in Sportsman's Park in 1963. So when you see number 6 down there, that's Stan Musial.
Wow.
And I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
At Sportsman's Park downtown.
That's history.
Yeah. Good stuff, Jerry. We're talking St. Louis Cardinal baseball.
That's before 1972 when the Rangers came on board.
You mean Chuck Norris? Texas Ranger?
Some people might not even know what you're talking about if they're young.
If they're young.
Most people.
Most people.
I do because I used to watch it.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But,
yeah.
You know, the tradition in baseball, and not just St. Louis, but you've got it in Chicago, you got it in Boston, you've got it in New York. You know, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember when the Dodgers would come in and Jack Buck would talk to Tommy Lasorda, and Tommy would, you know, Tommy Lasorda, he's a nut anyway. He's so funny to listen to, but very complimentary of the city of St. Louis. And you know, he was worshipped as a Catholic. They go downtown to the old cathedral. They enjoyed going to the mass there. When St. Louis was at Cincinnati earlier in the week, they stopped and had a memorial for Ed Shandies in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
You know, when Stan passed away, Chicago Cubs
Right.
had the thing for Stan, and the same thing when Ernie Banks passed. You know, and they recognized that in St. Louis. That's baseball.
That's a lot of class, right?
It's
there.
a lot
you
of
have
class.
to give them credit for that because, you know, we're seeing a lot less of that nowadays. You know,
Yeah.
it's good to see players and managers compliment the other teams, and you know, you have to give credit where it's due.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's a lot of fun. So Whitey Herzog's coming too. It'll be at Twin Lakes Baptist Hope Center. That's the building adjacent to the main worship center.
Right. That's right. Saturday on the 23rd of June. It's coming right up.
Yep.
And it'll start around 5 o'clock, 5:30. We'll have the dinner first, and then there will be a program after that. We'll have an auction of the painting that we talked about that Dwayne Hayda has painted. And it's just going to be a lot of fun because we hope Whitey will tell a few stories and talk about his foundation and whatever he wants to talk about.
It's going to be fun.
It will be.
We're really excited for it.
Well, Sheila don't know, I've got the 1982 season recap record. Of course, it's an LP, and it plays for about almost an hour. I got to get copies for Mark.
I'd like to have that.
But there's a lot of history right there. It's a lot of fun. I've got 64, 67, and 1982. And then Camel X did a thing, Bob Costas narrated a thing called Jack Buck, the voice, the man, the legend. And he goes all through his career with Camel X and the Cardinals. A lot of fun there.
Yeah.
So we got to get some copies for it. So.
It's going to be a fun night.
is.
We're actually going to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball."
Oh yeah,
yeah.
We are?
Ball game.
Really?
Take me out to the. I think that's part of the.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So.
Who knows what else we'll do, right?
Exactly.
It's going to be fun.
I think we need a dry rehearsal right here.
Yeah.
Okay, Sheila, go ahead.
Well, you know, if you put me behind a microphone, there's no telling what's going to happen.
Your chances.
Yeah.
That's a lot like Jerry.
It could happen.
I started to say you should have seen some of the things when we're over at Mountain Talk Radio. And I thought, no, you shouldn't have seen.
Well, and I've behaved today. Have you noticed? I've been very well behaved today, right, guys?
Surprise, surprise.
I know. No mention about wine
Yet.
I just had to plug that.
Is this a white wine day or a red wine day, Sheila?
Oh, let's see, what time is it? I saw a shirt the other day that said espresso, then Prosecco. I thought, I need that.
So this evening when you're on that back deck watching the river, that'd be a red wine.
It could be
It'd
red wine.
be a red wine. Final minute, everybody. Or what do we got, minute and a half?
Minute.
Well, see, now you have something to add to your community calendar for tomorrow.
Now we can talk about it.
Yeah, so.
Good.
Add
go.
to
It's going to
it.
be fun.
And talk about the camel.
Humpless camel something.
I was over there about to die when y'all were talking about that.
Jerry's still trying to figure that one out.
Camel needs some wine, man.
I can help it there.
There you go. You call Mark Kapshandy at 870-405-1330 for tickets to see Whitey Herzog.
That's correct.
And the painting will be auctioned off, right?
That's correct.
Well, that's
Yep.
a beautiful painting.
That is.
Yep. And funny, he's standing in East St. Louis, Illinois. We got to go. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here,
Bye.
everybody. It was a lot of fun.
Stay
See you tomorrow.
tuned. Jim Bumgarner up next.